Good afternoon, everybody. It's Gwen with Crafty Ladies. Happy Saturday. I've got a couple of videos I'm going to make, and I'm going to make them separately. I've made a couple soft cover journals. This one is really kind of fun. I have I've never made a Franken page like Nick, and so I thought I'd try it. Well, what I did, I've got tons and tons, like everybody else, of scraps. So what I did, I took a piece of cardstock, 8.5 by 11 piece of stock, excuse me, and then I just started, putting on scraps and gluing them down, and et cetera, et cetera. And then I stitched around them with a zigzag stitch, excuse me. Oh, that's just my little stamp. Zigzagged around all of them. And when I finished, it was pretty heavy. I was, quite frankly, when I finished, I was going to make uh, tags out of it. It wasn't too heavy for tags, but the upshot is it just came out heavy. So I thought, well, what I will do is just make a book cover. So it's a soft book cover made with the Franken style. And on the front, I added this picture of this really pretty lady, a piece of lace. And the name of the book is Thinking of You. And this is a stamp that I have. And I tore out some oh, coffee dyed paper and stamped it on there. I secured it with a uh, ink dyed seam binding, and I crinkled it up. And on the back there again, it's just the Franken paper, which I really like it. So let's go inside. Now I'm going to add this to my Etsy store. I have a new Etsy store. Love some followers on my Etsy store, and I'll have all the information down below. I also have books on what's called capturedonpaper.com as well, and I'll add all that information down below. So I've got a couple grommets in it where sparrow's beak. I got all confused on my last video. They've always called that a sparrow's beak. So when you open it up, the inside cover is just a piece of cardstock. Now this is new cardstock, and the name of it is, dear word, let me get it here. I apologize, I'm late. It's made by Paper House. I think I got it at Joann's, uh, and it's just a paper pad. Field Study is the name of it. So this is just one of the pages. It has one signature. It has 40 pages front and back. Um, it measures 5.5 by 8.5. 5.5 by 8.5. And what else? And I used the 5-hole the 5-hole pamphlet stitch. Okay. Now back to the inside. So the inside cover is just a piece of the collection that I love the bird. I didn't want to cover it up with pockets. So the first page has a pocket. I made these pockets out of just coffee dyed paper. Here's some Tim Holtz paper dolls. This is just a piece of old book page. Now I bought some Tim Holtz fabric, and I have used it and covered one book with it. It's thin. I love it. I bought all of them, quite frankly, all the designs. So I just tore off a strip and put it down below here, and with the paper dolls, and made the pocket. And then there's stenciling back here. I did a lot of stenciling. This is just a Tiffany's stamp, my Tiffany stamp, and it's just a tag that goes in here as well. Now I doubled this up, tore it off the edge to make it a little heavier. This is just, I think this is a Tim Holtz, and I just tore some sari silk and put through I put a grommet in. It didn't have the grommet. And then this is just a rusted safety pin, and this we're going to put in here. It is so cute. I think it's cute. Some stenciling there. This, I'm not sure if this is Tracy's or whose this is, and I apologize. I've just got so many, I forget. So this is just a little tag per se, and I did sew it on. Excuse me, I did sew it on the page. Here is um, stenciling. This is just the coffee dyed paper, and this says wishing you everything fabulous, just a stamp. Here's another one of the little tags that I did sew it on the paper. And then down below we have some number codes by Nick. Love, love, love. If you're not familiar, Nick, the booksmith, she makes these little number codes and whatever, and I really, really like them. So I made some up myself, and the story on how I did that's kind of interesting, but I've already told that, I think, in another video. And I downloaded them to Word, printed them out on coffee dye paper, and I just tear around them and add them. I think they're really cool. Just regular paper. This is just another little tag that I zigzagged around and glued on. I didn't sew it. This is just, and I think this is Mrs. Cogg's uh, botanical. And I just slipped this in there, and there again did some stenciling. Made another pocket. Oh, on this side, there, I've taken some quotes. I've looked up various quotes. I love quotes, various quotes, and I typed them out, and then I put them in Word, and then I downloaded them again on coffee dyed paper. This was by C.S. Eliot. You can't go back and change the beginning, but you can go forward and change the ending. And I've got that. Well, I had to cut it in half. Oh dear. Okay, well, it's okay. So then here's a pocket on this side. This was just a piece of the coffee dyed, excuse me, of the collection. This is another piece of Tim Holtz fabric that I stripped off, tore. And this is a Tracy um, Fox's little tea cards that she had that I bought on her Etsy store, Tracy Fox. And I just glued that down. Now, I made a ton of these not very long ago. It's a guest check with all kinds of embellishments on it. And now there again, I think another one of Mrs. Coggs. And the top, I stamped making things happy. I put on top. I'm still having trouble with my display here. I changed my deal. So that goes in there. And then here's just another card just to cut apart that I put in here as well. I really like it. I think it's cute. I'm going to put it on my Etsy. I've got large books on my Etsy, and I don't have any little small soft covers, and I have several that I might add. This is just a bird stamp, and this is just another um, stenciling. This is a Edith Holden page, 2 pages. This came out of the book. It came out together, the 2 pages. However, it was just real weak in the seam, sorry. And so I took muslin and I tore it in a strip and glued it on the seam on the front and the back. It's kind of a Wendy's journal adventure type deal. And this is the center of our signature. There again, we have a 5-hole pamphlet stitch, and I've sewed it with the waxed binding thread. And then there's some writing on the back. So that is the center of our signature. This is unique. I took pages, cut them in half. I took a full page, folded it in half lengthwise like this, and then cut it in half. And I forgot to add them to the signature. So the upshot is what I did. That was okay. This is just a little book page, and I zigzagged around it. And this is just a little tab, and you can open it up. And I stamped on there lines where you could, of course, journal. So this is all attached, and then this opens like so. I put the tab on it so you would know to open it. Okay, let's go on. We have a corner pocket that I made. It is made out of cardstock and folded. Or is it? No, I take that back. It's an envelope and it's folded. And then I just used a collection out of Tim Holtz, zigzagged all around. It's hard to see the zigzag because it's white. And then this is just another, as I say, I think it's Edith Holden tag that goes down in there. And then this is just a little decorative stamp. A lot of journaling room in this. Here's another stencil and another quote Those who don't believe in magic will never find it. It's by Ronald Dahl. Oh, I love the quotes. Love, love, love. Journaling page, journaling page. This is another pocket. This is a pocket. Oh, there we go. This is a pocket with, uh, this is a seam, bias off of the fabric, some fabric I have. This is the number codes. This is a book page, and this is Tim's paper dolls. This is just a piece of card that I had that I cut to size. Uh, there again, here is one of those pages that opens up and you can journal on the inside. Now, I did a lot of sewing on this and I left the strings on it. So whoever gets this can certainly take them off. I just think they kind of lend themselves to the, of course, the Franken paper and etc. So this goes in our pocket like so. I'm doing these two individually because I'm going to put this one on Etsy. I don't know about the little one, but we'll see. And this is just a tag, and there again, I don't know. I think it's Mrs. Cobb's, and this is just another little tag or card. You open it up. Now this is a it's attached with a Tim Holtz, and this folds out, and it's got sari silk with a rusty pin, and it has a pocket, and in the pocket, oh no, this is the tag, or this is the and it opens up like so, and you got two pockets. You got a pocket here and a pocket here. Now, what you were supposed to have was a pocket here and turn it over and the pocket there. Well, I kind of messed up, but that's okay because this is, you can take this off and add tags to it. This is just a tag, one of Tim Holtz's. I put a grommet in it, a hole, and some sari silk and a rusty pin, and then put it down in our pocket. But you could also put something in here. And as I say, this was supposed to be, and this is a takeoff on Wendy's. Oh, and then it goes on. It just flips over the page. Now, you wouldn't maybe have to, but I secured this with one of Tim Holtz's little paper clips just to keep it steady. I think it's really clever and really cute. And there again, it was a takeoff on Wendy's Journal Adventure. There's the back of it. And then there, see, when you turn it over, the pocket on the back should be showing. But you can pull it off and put things in there. One of my favorite stamps is my little froggy. Open it up, and then here we have another pocket. This is just one of Tim Holtz's memorabilia cards. This is just a blank coffee-stained tag that's in here. This is another one of the fold-outs. It's got paper, book paper on it, and one of Tim's paper dolls, and you open it up and you can journal on this. See, they were supposed to be in like that, but that's okay. They kind of come out cool. I may do that again on purpose. So this goes here. Got a little garment pin here on the side, and then this is just another one of the little tags. And that is it. The back is plain. Now the back is just covered with a piece of cardstock from the paper collection. And the back is there again. It's our Franken paper, and that's my little insignia, whatever. 5-hole pamphlet stitch. There again, it is 5.5 by 8.5, secured with seam binding that I dyed with several things. I used several of Tim Holtz's distressed inks, and I couldn't get it exactly the way I wanted it, and so there it is. I hope you like it. I would appreciate a thumbs up, and I would appreciate some comments. I get a lot of viewings, but not a lot of comments. I like to read them. Any questions, please ask down below, and I will have the Etsy information. My Etsy store is new. I don't have much on there yet, but I'm going to add this. I'm going to take pictures and do various things. So next day or so, I'll have it up, or maybe later today. I've got the second one here. I'm going to film as well. The reason I do them individually is simply because I added the URL to this on Etsy, and capturedonpaper.com. I don't know that I'm going to put this on capturedonpaper.com. Um, I add that URL address so whoever is interested in purchasing this can flip back to this video and see the flip through and see what they think. So, any other questions, as I say, please list down below. Give me a thumbs up. I'd really appreciate it. And if you're not a follower, I would appreciate that as well. And I have a great bunch of followers that do follow me. And there again, I'm going to have all kinds of information down below on the Etsy shop, the Captured on Paper, and various other things. And if there's any questions, please ask. Appreciate a thumbs up. And I will see you on the next video. Thank you very much.